An old friend of mine told me the most impactful thing you can do to change the look and feel of a ride is to change its wheels. So let's have a look at them. The stock OEM wheels are 14-inch alloys, 195 60R14s for you car guys. They're small, narrow, and frankly, not the prettiest looking wheels, which isn't helped at all by the absurd amount of damage on the rims, probably by someone driving sideways into a curb. And by that, I mean me. I did that. Anyway, these wheels have to go. I'm thinking of something a bit deeper and more aggressive looking. Slightly larger and wider. Hopefully, it'll help me not slide sideways into this side of a highway interchange again. If we pull back and have a good look at the car, something don't look quite right to me. The first thing that sticks out to me is that the rear end of the car kind of looks like it's raised higher than the front, which could be to do with the suspension, or it could just be the battered as fuck bumpers. Now, either way, that has to get fixed. The Santana also seems to sit way too high on its suspension, making the arches look goofy as fuck. I reckon that's because soft suspension with a lot of travel is good for shit roads with a lot of potholes, but Chinese roads have gotten better. The amount of roll the car feels while taking corners is also pretty intense, and that soft suspension and high ride height makes it feel like I am pulling hard G's. So I reckon I could lower the suspension a bit, just enough for the car to sit comfortably in the arches and not feel like I'm going to 1080 flip off the side of an overpass. Now, if we have a look from this angle, the wheels, they're in there. I want to pull them out a little bit. So having some wider wheels with a different offset should help with that. We'll probably also need a spacer in there. I'll let the wheel mechanic do his job. The aim is to get the wheels fitment sitting a little bit more flush to the body, and that should help with the rolling on the corners and give me a little bit more control on the road. The brakes are also going to get some mods. At the front is a set of disc brakes, and at the rear is a set of drum brakes. And given that the wheels I choose will probably make the brakes a lot more visible, I want to get the drum brakes replaced with discs. Honestly, for little more reason than aesthetics. I can't imagine a nice set of wheels looking great with crusty drum brakes chilling out in the back. Currently, I don't know if I'm going to be upgrading the brakes to change their functionality, but the primary concern is how the wheels look. So where do I begin? It ain't like searching on the Chinese internet for answers is an easy process for me. So I asked Yuli from Juza Modification where he would recommend I get my wheels fixed up, and he recommended I talk to Lu Junfang at Chongqing Yilun Yihuan Mechanic Shop. We started out with a consultation, discussed my car and what my goals were, then what could and couldn't be done. Having said all that, let's head out and get these wheels sorted. When all the parts arrived at the shop, Junfang called me to tell me the work could begin, so I immediately drove down to Yilun Yihuan to get the project rolling. Before anything else happened, we had to get these trashed wheels off, so got the car on a lift. The wheels came off easy though, which was honestly the easiest task of the day. Then came the most complex task, replacing the rear drum brakes with discs. The mechanic made the whole job look fucking easy though, as he removed the drums and the drum calipers, replaced the connection lines and installed new discs and calipers. The brakes cost about 1,500 yuan to purchase and install, so not bad for the aesthetic upgrade. However, I do wish that the discs and calipers would have been slightly bigger to match the front set. Following the brakes, we moved on to replacing the suspension springs. So the lads ripped out the old suspension setup, removed the springs from the struts, then installed these lowering springs. Coilovers could have been an option, but instead I opted for the lowering spring kit, partially because the cost was a lot more economical, but also because the lowering of this car is such a common thing that there is a kit specifically for this model. And in my mind, if this car is 13 years out of production and this kit is still being made, so many other people must have also lowered their car to handle the road conditions in China. From the catalogue, I chose satin black 15-inch NK wheels. They were 350 UN each, so definitely genuine NKs, set on 195/60 R15 tyres, which were an additional 200 yen each, totaling 1,150 UN. We went 1 inch bigger on the wheel diameter, partially because 14-inch wheels are near impossible to find, but mainly because that extra 1 inch doesn't really affect the comfort at all, while also looking a little more robust. The wheels are also 1 inch wider for a little extra grip. However, I was expecting the offset to be a touch deeper to really push the wheels out of the arches a bit more. As it stands, the wheels are pushed out a little wider, but they still sit within the arches. I'll have to roll the arch rims if I want to install spacers to really get the wheels sitting flush with the body. Potentially, in the future, I might try using much wider wheels with a deeper offset and stretch tyres. So yeah, absolutely fucked it. Now, I just went out at night, across a junction, and got fucking T-boned by a taxi. Now, I can't say that I did everything perfectly, but I got clotted by a cunt who was definitely speeding and took no evasive maneuvers. So he fucked my car right up. I was gonna do this video about the suspension and the wheels, which you can see here, they pretty fucking tight. With a bit more work, they could look great. But shit's gone awry, you know? Shit has gone just a bit fucking weird. This is going to take a lot more work now. Might have to go on a bit of a hiatus just to see what we can do, because I don't know if any of this is recoverable or if this car's a fucking write-off. I don't know how much structural damage there is or if it's just all fucking aesthetic, but these panels are fucked. The windscreen is fucked. The window is fucked. My passengers were fucked. Now, I don't know about how damaged the actual structure of the car is. I mean, the roof is a bit dented and the windscreen doesn't fit in the body of the car anymore. I mean, the thing is fucking bendy now and that shouldn't happen, but it don't fit in there. The body panels are absolutely fucked. Those doors ain't ever opening again. Yeah, I can only hope that this car could be repairable. If not, it'll be written off and I'll have to find a new vehicle, which will be fun because shopping is always fun, right? The police determined in the end that this accident was entirely my fault, so the taxi driver's insurance isn't paying anything. My insurance is paying for everything, but I did pay for my passengers' medical bills out of my own pocket because I felt it was just the responsible thing to do as a driver, you know? So this part of the video is like not actually scripted at all like I would usually try it. I'm just trying to get my thoughts out. Strangely, the car crash was... I can't say it was scary because I didn't know until it already fucking happened. But I don't feel scared to drive the cunt anymore. I'm just a bit fucking pissed off. Right, so yeah, might have to put the Santana project on hold while I get this mess sorted out. There is a small chance that the insurance company deems this vehicle as repairable, so I should be back on track as soon as possible. However, if this vehicle does need to be scrapped, it might take a bit longer to find a suitable replacement and have all the work already done to this car transferred over to the new vehicle. At this point, I just have to wait for the insurance company's verdict. Will the car be scrapped? Will it be saved? Do yourself a favor and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on my future video releases and to find out what actually happens next. I do want to finish this video with thanking everyone who's watched my videos, subscribed to the channel, and left comments and photos under my videos. I never expected this channel to do so well so quickly, and I am so happy that people enjoy my work. This is the first real video project that I've made, and I don't have any educational background in cameras or editing or anything like that, so it is a great feeling to know that all my hard work and effort in studying and practice is actually appreciated by other people. Whilst we wait for the verdict, I've had some ideas for some slightly off-topic videos that I want to try putting into production until I'm back on track with Projekt Santana. I think I have some interesting concepts that I want to try exploring, so look out for those future video releases. If you've enjoyed my videos and want to help me out with expanding my reach to other like-minded people, you could share these videos with friends and online communities who share similar interests. I'd love to get to know more people in the Chinese cyberpunk and car communities, so help me out. Anyway, I think that's enough for today and this video, so I'll catch you next time.